This is Bill. I'm going to show you something kind of fun to do. This is really easy and you can really kind of engage the whole family to do this. Make some pinwheel sandwiches. I know you probably see them in the store, you see them places. I got this idea. I used to eat them at a food court at a shopping mall in South Florida, and there were things I liked. They were really fresh, but the downside is that I like them after they've been kind of marinating a little while, you know. So I like to roll them up, wrap in plastic, and so I'm going to have my plastic wrap right here ready, and then you cut them. It's easier to cut once they're cooled down, chilled down, but that tends to compromise the tortilla shell because that's what we use. So I'm going to show you real quick my way. So I've got 4 ounces of cream cheese. Hey, cream cheese, what a great idea. And I'm gonna put in 3 tablespoons of my Italian dressing because mine's the best. I made this in a rush the other day for some salad, and I was eating it and I was going, hey, I got all this extra dressing, why not? You know, keep a squirt bottle in the fridge at all times. I'm just going to give it 1, 2, 3. I was in a hurry when I made this, and it's funny because you know, I use an immersion blender, and so I didn't realize that there's some chunks of garlic in the bottom. I try and squirt it out, and it plugs it up. I wouldn't care if a big chunk of garlic came out. So basically I'm just going to kind of fold this up and use a fork here and mash it up. This is 4 ounces of cream cheese. I don't use soft cream cheese because it changes the consistency. I want to use regular old, you know, block of cream cheese. And just let it sit at room temperature. I think I've had this out for half an hour. And you can see it's plenty soft. Ooh, it smells good. I love my Italian dressing. And this is probably enough to do a couple. And it depends on whether you're using it just like as an appetizer or if you use it as a whole meal. Kids would probably think that was really cool. Okay. So I think I've got that. So basically we've got a nice kind of whipped consistency, not really whipped, but creamy, soft. All right. Stick that out of the way. So what do I need? I need a tortilla shell. Yeah, it's a funny shape. That'll work. Alright, got my little spreading knife, you can use whatever you want. And I'm just going to just kind of get a little bit here. And it's funny, I wasn't a huge fan of cream cheese to me because I did a lot of baking. Cream cheese is for icing, it's for cheesecake. But I didn't tend to use it a whole lot for other stuff, and it's really pretty versatile. Don't want to get too much, just enough. I want to get as close to the edge as I can because I want the whole thing to taste good. It's got a nice thin layer here. And this works really, really well. This is perfect. Okay. So this is an Italian pinwheel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some good old Genoa salami to start with. You kind of want to make sure you get all the way around. And if you need a little filler, you know, you can cut one up. I think I'm going to cut that in half. Looks pretty, right? All right, I got some sandwich pepperoni. I love this stuff. It's made specifically like for sandwiches. It's the big stuff. It's not kind of the hard, chewy, like beef jerky stuff. I'm gonna get all the way around. How's that look? Looks great. Get myself a paper towel. So, now what do I do? All right, well this is the part that I think makes a huge difference. Most places at this point put a little lettuce in there. Well, what's gonna happen to the lettuce in 20 minutes, half hour? It's gonna be all wilted and look not so great. So, I had this concept I think is a really good idea. I want some kind of crunch, so I'm going to put some banana peppers. Banana peppers are going to have a little bit of bite, zing to them. And please, if you work in a restaurant, you ever make my salad, and they're banana peppers or my sub, you get the ones that have the core in them. Throw them away. Don't serve them. It's really disappointing. So I put these in a bowl so I get the liquid out because I don't want to transfer a whole lot of liquid. Beautiful. All right, so this is the other thing that I think really gives some mouthfeel to it because I don't want it to just be like all meat and cheese. I put some black olives on here. I love black olives, so you don't leave them off. If you want to substitute something else, you know, I guess you're probably getting some saltiness out of this, like we need to with all the cold cuts. But you could use something like capers. I mean, use whatever comes to mind. I mean, you can use jalapenos if you like, fresh or jarred. I'm just gonna make this really look good. Doesn't it just look really, really fantastic? All right, now the biggest thing about these is, so we want to get them wrapped really tight. That's a pinwheel. You're going to see that we're going to push some of the stuff to the edge, or it's going to roll out the side. So we just kind of work it as we go. Oh, another escapee. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take my plastic wrap that I already had ready. It's right on the edge. And roll it. Roll it. Like, oh, it doesn't top out yet. That's okay. So when we cut it, you're going to want to cut the edges off because it's not going to be real flat. And then that's kind of the discarded part. So if we've got some extra olives or banana peppers sitting there, that's fine. So we want to put in the refrigerator. We're going to do 20 minutes, half hour. And then she's going to be all ready to slice. And we'll show you what that looks like later. By the way, I'm going to attach the recipe at the end of my Italian dressing in case you forgot. But really, it is the best. I want you to try it. And like always, please subscribe, please comment, let me know what you think, if it all worked out for you. And so I think I'll probably edit this a little bit. But I was in such a hurry to show you what a great job I was at rolling this that there's no cheese. Well, let's fix it. So I got some provolone cheese. It's actually what I was getting the knife out for at the beginning. Once again, this is all just about keeping the contents in and keeping it from getting soggy. And the cheese will really make a difference. And if you're losing the cheese, just cut it off. Just fold it, break it. It'll be okay. Much better. Let me tell you, distracted cooking is dangerous. Alright, so this is going in the fridge. We're gonna get it all ready. We're gonna cut it up later. And I'll show you a picture of what it looks like. Alright, like I said, or started to say, go ahead, subscribe. Tell me what a loser I am for forgetting the cheese. But, ring the bell, get your notifications, have a great day, try something fun, and I know your kids will love this. Have a great day. Hello, my name is Bill, and I just realized that I have not made Italian dressing video. I make it all the time. It's great because I can use fresh herbs from my garden. I've got some basil and a whole handful of Italian parsley here. It's really simple to make. I put it in a pickle jar and keep it in the refrigerator. It'll last all week. I just love fresh. I never buy dressing in the bottle. So first of all, we've got a little lemon juice. We need a little acid. So I'm going to cut it in half. And I got my favorite squeezer. I'll show you a little trick here. Now what you want to do, against what your thought is, you want to put the lemon, not to fit it, but open side down, and it's also going to help filter out the seeds. I'm just going to give it a little squish. Look at that, no seeds, perfect. So you end up with this funny little disc. Squish. This juicer honestly works better than anything else I've ever used. You know, it's really cool if you're using limes, which are smaller. You just do it this way. It works great. I have a link below. You can get this on Amazon. It's probably the best investment ever made in Amazon. All right. So, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how we're going to cut up a little parsley. Parsley is kind of easy to do. Leave a little wipe here. And you don't have to be really overcautious if you got a little of the really fine stem in there. So basically what I do is I just kind of go around, trying to cut my fingers off, and take off the big stuff. So I just got some leaves and a little bit of thinner stems. And it's pretty easy. Use a smaller knife if you'd like. Sometimes I leave a little stuff on that if it's too hard to get to, and I can always feed that to my rabbits. They love anything green. All right. For example. And I'm going to be mixing this up. You can use a blender. I'm going to use an immersion blender, a hand mixer, boat motor, whatever you want to call it. I'll have a link below. I just think it's really handy to have one. Great for any time you want to make a soup or dressings. I actually used it in my spinach souffle video. So I want the parsley to be kind of like what stands out in this. So that's why I'm cutting. I want a nice big handful. love the smell of parsley. It's so easy to grow here. If not, just make sure you're finding it fresh from some source, farmer's market, or if you have a produce place. It's kind of like an outdoor thing that has really good produce, but it grows like weed outside. I also like to grow cilantro. The problem with cilantro is that it seeds too quickly, so like you have to offset how much you're growing at a time. If you have it all ready at the same time, I end up making an awful lot of Mexican food. Guacamole. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, I've already done that video. All right. Looks like a lot, but let me tell you, when you get this all chewed up, there's going to be not much left. Okay. Set this aside, out of harm's way. So you see I've got a pretty big handful of Italian parsley. I'll throw it in here. I've got, I want like 6, 8 nice big basil leaves. I've got 4 cloves of garlic that I've whacked up a little smaller. I have a 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. That to be fancy. And of course, you need an emulsifier. Dijon mustard, any kind of mustard works, but Dijon mustard. So what I want is I want about 1, 2 tablespoons. And because we're putting all this acid in here, we've got the red wine vinegar and the lemon, I like to just put in basically a tablespoon of honey. This happens to be orange blossom honey. I like the little kind of citrusy flavor you get from it. Don't want to go crazy, just want that tablespoon. Now I've got a pinch of salt, some fresh ground black pepper, and dried oregano. I use dried oregano because I just don't keep fresh oregano around. If you have it, please use it. You probably get better results with it. And the other interesting thing that I do is there's just a pinch of crushed red pepper flakes in there. So I want to just start to get this mixed up and see where it goes. I've never used one of these before, but this one's kind of cool. Like I said, I've got a link for it. This actually has like you set the speed for it, and then you also have a turbo mode. It'll be a little louder when it's mixing up stuff. Okay, so I've got some of the greenery pretty well chewed up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix in my olive oil. I need about 1/2 cup. And I'm just going to like stir it around first so I got everything kind of mixed up. And you'll see that this is going to emulsify really well. So it's really that simple. What we have here now is a dressing that is well blended. Believe it or not, it's not going to separate at all. It has the consistency of a good Italian dressing. I like the extra green stuff in it. I think you need that parsley and the basil in there. Of course, you have to have garlic, the pepper, a little crushed red pepper also to kind of liven it up, and the honey's really going to add to it. Like I said, put this in a jar, put it in the refrigerator, and use it all week long. There's nothing bad in it. It's just a bunch of olive oil and vinegar and Dijon mustard. So really try this, and I hope you enjoy it. If you have any suggestions, please do. And like always, please comment and subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day.